growing up, I really struggled to find friends, especially growing up as someone who was gay themselves, struggling with their own identity in the closet. I didn't have any friends growing up. I really, really didn't. And for me, when it came to coming out and, actually finding and creating friendships, for me, that was really quite a hard thing to do because I had to really, really, really go outside of my comfort zone to put myself out there to meet other people because I was so used to just hiding away in my room, just online forums, doing all these different things online where I never actually met people and knew how to really make friends. So for me, really, when it came to trying to, find a community and build a tribe, I went through a lot of different friendships and a lot of different ups and downs, a lot of heartaches on my end as well. Welcome to the Queer Quest podcast, your beacon of light and sprinkle of glitter in the queer community. I'm your host, Christiano Green, CEO and founder of Queer Quest and a transformation coach for queer individuals. And together, we're embarking on a journey of transformation. Each week, we bring you a new training topic, all connected with visionary queer leaders in healing and coaching, diving deep into conversations that inspire growth, celebrate diversity, and empower you to live authentically. So wherever you are, settle in and let's get ready to unlock the vibrant potential within. This is where your quest begins. Hello, all you fabulous souls, and welcome to this week's episode of the Queer Quest podcast. I'm your host, Christiano Green, the CEO and founder of Queer Quest. So this week, been a little bit of a crazy week for me. Actually, I've been in Australia and I came back to Bali the other day, and you know what I did? Something so silly. As I was going through the screening process in the Brisbane airport, putting my stuff through all the scanners, I left my laptop at the screening section. I only realized when I was on the plane as we were taking off, and I just had a bit of a freak out. Anyway, all is good. I reached out to them. They have the laptop, but I'm probably not going to be able to get it for the next month. So the reason why I'm telling you this is because I had a whole lot of podcast interviews sorted out, and I had a beautiful one that was going to come out today. But this week, I'm doing something different. I've decided I'm just going to get on here and I'm going to talk about a couple of things that I wanted to share anyway. So it worked out well that I was able to do this because this was coming up for me over the last couple of weeks. And so really the topic today that I really want to talk about is, the topic of community, the topic of finding your tribe and the importance of community for people in the queer community that we are part of, and really what Queer Quest is all about, and why it's what I feel like the major impact it's going to have on really like building a community for the queer community as well, a really positive community as well, because there are often times where we can find that this community can be kind of negative at times. We can find that there's more judgments internally than there is from the external world as well. So I want to kind of start by talking a little bit about my experience with kind of the queer community, gay community, and where I'm at and what I'm kind of trying to build as well. So for me, growing up, I really struggled to find friends, especially growing up as someone who was gay themselves, struggling with their own identity in the closet. I didn't have any friends growing up. I really, really didn't. And for me, when it came to coming out and, actually finding and creating friendships, for me, that was really quite a hard thing to do because I had to really, really, really go outside of my comfort zone to put myself out there to meet other people because I was so used to just hiding away in my room, just online forums, doing all these different things online where I never actually met people and knew how to really make friends. So for me, really, when it came to trying to, find a community and build a tribe, I went through a lot of different friendships and a lot of different ups and downs, a lot of heartaches on my end as well. Because when I put myself out there to meet people, I found that there was such a variety of different kinds of people, right? And which is normal, right? But for someone who really didn't have friends, was very sheltered in a way, felt like, gay people would have been all the same and they would have been easy to make friends. But it really, really wasn't for me. It was really a difficult scenario. And, how I was meeting people was actually out in gay clubs and gay bars, right? And so, as you can imagine, when you go to those kinds of places, a lot of people are caught up into drinking and caught up in drugs, etc. And because of that, and you're someone who is easily influenced, a newbie coming in trying to meet people, I also allow myself to get caught up in those things as well. So I was spending a lot of time around people who were drinking a lot, which allowed me to then want to drink more, to keep up, to have a great time. But then it led me to wanting to take drugs and doing those things as well. So you might be out there listening, going, maybe, this is you. You might have gone into the situations where you met a lot of queer friends and built your friendships from the clubs. And I'm not saying any of that stuff is bad, because I did that for over a decade and I was having a really great time doing it, meeting friends and stuff like that. But also what I found is that like sustainability of friendships in those environments for me personally was difficult. I mean, I've found that probably for over the years, I went through a whole heap of different people that came in and out of my life. Some stuck around longer than others, but the majority of the queer people that came into my life through that avenue, I actually really don't have much to do with anymore, which is sad. And some of that is on my part, yes, and I'll put my hands up to say that I've chosen to no longer have those kinds of friendships in my life. But there are also, on the other hand, where, it's outside of my control, where something happened to the other person, they moved, they went in a different direction, whatever happened, right? Because as we all know, so many people go in different directions. And when you live in a city like Sydney, I found that for over the years, people have come and gone like the wind, right? You can have someone who you're really close with, you're really great friends with, and you hang around with them so much for months and months and months, even a couple of years, and then they decide to move somewhere else, or something happens in their life and their change of pace happens. And so it's easy to see that, when you have friendships that were kind of built on, partying and this and that, when maybe one of the people chooses no longer to do that, it can really be hard to continue to maintain some of those relationships and those friendships, because, if you step away and say, oh, hey, look, you know what? I'm no longer going to be partying or drinking, and all you ever did with those kinds of people was party and drink, you can see how it would be hard to maintain some of those friendships, right? And vice versa, right? You could have met a whole lot of people through a certain avenue, like, maybe through your workplace. And you find that when you leave that workplace, you think, well, your friendships are going to still remain the same. You leave and you find that they don't, that they fizzle out. The people that you would have hung out with every day and you had such great relationships with, not everyone stays around, right? And like I said, growing up, we often find that, me personally as well, put in a lot of expectations on other people. Expectations for other people to be a certain kind of way, a certain kind of friendship for me. And if they didn't meet those expectations, they were letting me down, which ultimately led to me thinking that they weren't good friends, right? And so I struggle over the years as well with the expectations of what is someone that I want in my life. And if they don't meet that, like, what boundaries do you set around friendships? And is it important to have them here, or do you let everyone else just be themselves, even if that does hurt you in the process? Now, some of this could be toxic, and you can realize, in the moment or later on, because oftentimes it's very hard in the moment to realize that someone is toxic until you've had a chance to reflect on the friendship or the relationship that you're talking about, And so when we talk about that kind of thing, me personally, I had a lot of expectations on friendships. So I realized that over the years that some of the friendships that I ended related to me not having my expectations met. Some of those were warranted, to be fair, and some are not. I realized that I put expectations on other people to meet my own needs because I wasn't actually allowing myself to meet my own needs. So I would realize now, if I went back and did things differently, there would be certain friendships or certain relationships that maybe I wouldn't have those expectations anymore. And ultimately, maybe I wouldn't be in a situation to be friends with those people in the first place, right? So I don't have any regrets around that. But what I'm trying to get at is that I've found that over the years, it has been very difficult in the queer community, in the environment that I grew up in a big city like Sydney, going through the party scene, for me to maintain long-term friendships within the queer community. Now, I do have some that I cherish and I hold on to. Of course, I have my beautiful relationship with my partner, and I've got some amazing clients and people that I can work with within this space, right? And I love that. I love that. But I am also know that I am longing, and something that I really want to work towards is like, I want to work with other queer people. And I want to, build a community of queer people from all around the world so I can understand, you know, the experiences that queer people have in all over the world. And when we talk about queer people, you know, I know some of you get, you know, can get funny with the term queer, but but basically what it really means to me is anyone who is in the LGBTQIA plus community. So anyone who's on that spectrum of sexuality, anyone who's on that spectrum of gender, anyone who has a relationship outside of the cisgender heteronormative relationships of, you know, straight male and straight woman, right? Because there are so many different facets of that queer community that I want people to feel inclusive for. And that's the whole reason why, you know, I've decided to build Queer Quest and to have a place, is because I know that it's important to work with queer people, to work for queer people, and to work by queer people. And what do I mean by that? So Queer Quest is a online personal development platform for queer people, specifically helping them to, you know, grow, heal, evolve, transform their entire life in whatever area they like, so they can learn more about themselves as queer people, but also as individuals as well, and learn by and from queer coaches and experts and healers from all around the world in all different areas. Because as we all know, as human beings, we are multifaceted, right? And, you know, to learn stuff from the queer experience and understand it from that way is going to help us to grow and evolve and actually improve our lives in so many different ways. So having, you know, a multi-dimensional, you know, amount of teachings and places for you to come to and learn and evolve from different queer people all around the world is amazing, right? But the whole idea of that is that we actually get to build a community of people who are on a journey of growth, who are on a journey of healing, and on a journey of really wanting to have a queer community around them. Now, I've been helping hundreds of queer people, mostly gay men, from all around the world for the last 4 or 5 years, right? And I know that from speaking to so many of them out there, some of the main things that they struggle with is that, like, you know, when they, you know, before they came out, you know, they felt very lonely and isolated, right? But they had the hope in their mind that when they would come out, that they would have a community, they would have a tribe. Because I think there's this thing out there that there is this thing of, like, you know, united as queer people, we should stand together. But I found that from a lot of those people that have come to me for help and for guidance and for coaching, and from my own experience, that sometimes it can actually be lonelier after you've come out. And now, what do I mean by that? Because it's one thing to feel like, you know, you could be isolated from the rest of the world. But when you come out and you become your authentic self, and you feel like maybe you're isolated from your own community, that's actually something that's a deeper loneliness and a deeper feeling of pain that you can hold on to as well, right? And that can lead to other mental health problems like depression and anxiety, right? Social anxiety, which then holds you back from putting yourself out there to meet people. Because maybe you don't know how to meet people in our community. Because for a lot of gay men, they think that, you know, there's a couple of ways. You go out to the bars and the clubs, to the saunas, or you go to online platforms such as Grindr. And oftentimes people in those environments are looking for maybe a couple of things from you. And maybe you feel like you're not seen for who you truly are. You're not valued for who you are. And you don't really know how to connect with people who are really just maybe wanting something more. And that's not just a relationship. That could be just a connection, a friendship, and a deep longing where you can actually meet people and you can speak to and you can trust and you can just be your authentic self with. I know that's something that I'm looking for more in my life. Like I said, I've got some and I'm building more and more into it. But when I look at the majority of my relationships out there, majority of them, you know, I've got family. No other people in my family are queer. And that's fine, completely cool. I love my family for who they are as much as they love me. And most of my friendships majority of them are also with people who are heteronormative. Nothing wrong with that. I love my friends and I love those relationships. I'm just longing to find more queer people who are on the same level, who really just want to connect, who just want to grow, and really just want to be able to, like, live their best lives and have a supportive queer community around me. I've found that it's been very hard to find a lot of other queer people, even in the space of what I'm doing, who really are just supporting you, who would really just, like, seeing you win and just going, good on you. Because I find that it can be hard for a lot of queer people to see other people and not feel jealous and not feel envious of them for doing something well, you know? You don't want someone to do better than you sometimes. And so if you see someone who's doing better than you want to knock them down a peg. And that's not everyone, so I'm not putting this as a general statement, but I found from a lot of people and a lot of friendships that that's been the case for me. There's been some jealousy on some end of it. And I could put my hand up to say in the past, I've also done that to some of the friendships that I've had. I felt like, wow, like jealous of them. And that's ruined some of the friendships as well. Because, you know, you don't want to be around someone who makes you feel inferior. But at the end of the day, we have to take ownership and go, I can't blame you for making me feel inferior. I can only take responsibility for that. And what do I need to do to work on that? Which is the work that I've done. That's why I want to be, you know, with a queer community who supports each other, who loves each other unconditionally, in a sense that like your wins are my wins and vice versa. And my struggles, you know, you're there to support me as much as I am to support you, which is really what QueerQuest is about. Like I said, we're going on that journey to deal with the struggles that we have. And we're going to have a community of people who will be there as we go through those journeys, right? Because all of these quests that we go on, you know, there's going to be stuff for your health and for your business and for your personal life and for relationships and dating and just really, really getting to know your core identity as a queer person. Like absolutely some amazing stuff coming up, right? But as we go along that journey and we evolve and we heal and we kind of reflect on ourselves, it's still great to have other people to talk to about that. Who really just like are doing the work themselves, and you can also do that. So that's really the deep work that I see QueerQuest being. And I just wanted to open that up to hear more from you guys. What has been your experience within the queer community? Have you found that you have an amazing support system of other queer people who really have your back, who are really excited for you, who really, you know, support you and want you to win in every area? Or is there a part of you that feels like maybe you want to find, you know, a deeper connection within this queer community? You want to find a deeper connection within this tribe, and you want to really find people who will support you on this journey and be happy for you and be really supportive of your like goals and dreams and visions, and just like I said, completely support you as you go through the ups and downs, and you to them, right? Because if that's you, that's who I'm looking for, you know? Like I said, this button right here is a place where you can look at and understand a bit more about what QueerQuest is, www.queerquest.vip. Go check it out. You can sign up to the, you know, to get more information as soon as we launch, right? It's free to sign up to that right there. And you can, like I said, come and join us and get on the bandwagon with us. Because, like I said, I'm here to really make a movement within our queer community so that we can lift each other up. I think it's my mission and my purpose in life to be that vessel for that. But I also know that I can't do this alone. I don't want to do it alone. I want people like you out there who are listening, who are saying, I resonate with that. Maybe I have struggled to make friends within this queer community and to really shine and show my true authentic selves with these people. And I want to be able to do that. You're the person that I'm speaking to right now. And if that's you, click on that thing here. Click on that thing. If you're kind of here, you could be listening to I'm thinking everyone is watching this on YouTube, but there are plenty of you who listen to this on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on Google, on Amazon, right? Because I can see in my data, right? So if you go to www.queerquest.vip, you can look more about what QueerQuest is. You can sign up to join the community when it's available, or you can even reach out to me. I'm on all social media platforms. You probably know me on Facebook, you know me on Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, right? I'm in all those places. If you want to reach out, just reach out and say hello. Reach out and tell me your journey of struggle or glory within this, you know, queer community. Because I love hearing from you, and I will always reply to people. I love to, like I said, I'm looking to build my tribe as well. So this is as much selfishly about me as it is for me doing it for you guys as well. And also, if you've got questions, if you've got something you want to share, you reach out to me because I can't wait to hear from you. All right, you amazing souls. That's it for today. I'm going to be back here next week with a brand new episode of the QueerQuest podcast. But until then, always remember that you've got this and I've got you. Bye for now. In a world where every journey is unique, one path shines brightly for the queer community. Introducing QueerQuest, the first of its kind personal development platform designed exclusively for us, by us.
At QueerQuest, we understand the multifaceted journey of queer identity. That's why we've created a space where you can explore, learn, and grow with the guidance of queer experts from around the globe. Whether you're seeking to enhance your physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual well-being, QueerQuest is your gateway to transformation. Imagine embarking on quests tailored to your journey of self-discovery, finding community, and unlocking your queer excellence. QueerQuest offers online courses, coaching programs, and soon workshops, seminars, retreats, and festivals, all designed to empower you to live your best life. Ready to start your adventure? Join us at www.queerquest.vip to become part of a movement towards personal and collective greatness. Sign up today to join the waitlist and be the first to know when we launch. QueerQuest, where your journey of self-discovery and transformation begins. Don't just dream of a life filled with pride and purpose, make it your reality with QueerQuest. Visit www.queerquest.vip now. Your quest awaits.
Are you ready to embark on a transformative journey towards love and happiness? Introducing the 21-day Gay Man's Guide to Love and Happiness. This isn't just a course, it's a pathway to discovering your true self, overcoming challenges, and embracing happiness. Join hundreds of gay men who found joy and freedom. Learn from Christiano Green, a coach with 20 years experience and a journey like yours. For a limited time, get this life-changing course at 75% off with a 100% risk-free guarantee. There's nothing to lose, but so much to gain. Your new life is just a click away. Enroll in the 21-day Gay Man's Guide to Love and Happiness today. Visit theglobalpridecollective.com and start your journey towards a happier, more fulfilled you.